People are very much scared that what will happen in the next 10 years, we are not aware. So what would you like to say on this?
No, such disruptions are always there. When computer first came, people felt, oh, now computer will do the job, we will lose our jobs. AI is everywhere. Initially, IT we used to say is everywhere. Now AI, we have AI in banking, AI in insurance, everywhere, everything. So where they have to apply their mind. In fact, I would say that open book test is much more difficult than a closed book test.
I agree that.
The open book test, you will not be able to find the answer itself.
Exactly, because you have by-hearted some answers and it's easy to write those answers.
Yes, and in question paper there is nothing, you have to apply your mind.
Hello, hi, namaste, namaskaram, sat sri akal and adab. Welcome to the third show of Cynthi'ans App presents Edupreneur, a talk with the genius. Today, our esteemed guest is Dr. Hiren Dand. He is an adjunct professor and guide at Shri JJT University, Rajasthan. He has 3 decades of teaching, research and industrial experience. Completed his M.Tech in Information Technology from AAIDU, Allahabad. Done his Ph.D. in Computer Engineering. Worked as Vice President Technology with Computrain IT India Pvt Limited. He has authored several books on PL, SQL, R, web programming and OOPS. Published various research papers in national and international journals on various topics. Currently, he is a coordinator of Department of IT at Mulund College of Commerce, Mumbai. Let's welcome the man, Dr. Hiren Dand, sir. So, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Today, you are the coordinator at the Department of IT. So, sir, I want to understand what has brought you till here. What zest you have that you have studied so much. Why? The reason, sir?
No, this is all the part of our education life. As education is, you have to have, degrees, graduation, post-graduation, then Ph.D. For every walk in education, you need this. And it is, of course, love, because in IT industry, we are lifelong learners. We keep on learning every day, new syllabi we make, and a lot of new technology we keep on learning. So we are lifelong learners here.
Lifelong learners.
Yes.
Very important thing. Correct.
Yes. So it helps us, to motivate ourselves. We are self-motivated with new things, new technology which keeps on coming. So it helps.
Right. So you are also a member of B.Sc IT, M.Sc IT, the person who makes the syllabus.
Yes.
The person who makes the syllabus for this kind of courses. So are these courses in sync with the market?
Yes, exactly. A lot of efforts we take, we have in our committees people from industry, we discuss with them. Certain things, there are differences also, because we may not be able to offer exactly what they need, but we try to keep it so that we want to make our students employable. Always we talk about there is gap between industry and academia. So we want to make the syllabus such that as soon as they graduate, they do post-graduation, they should be placed directly on the projects. That is what our process is. So while designing syllabi, we keep a lot of things in mind like that, so that they can be immediately placed. So industry doesn't need to spend some time for training the students, because they only spend like 3 to 5 years learning the same thing, and then again industry, they need to train the students.
Correct.
So the difference, what happens, here they are paying for learning, and there they are being paid for learning. So that makes a lot of difference, and there they have that if they don't perform, then they will be sent at home immediately.
Correct.
So that difference happens. Here they are children, they want to play, they want to enjoy the college life. At the same time, these courses like our B.Sc IT, M.Sc IT, they are quite heavy. They need to put in equal efforts of learning. And many of the students, they do, and they are well placed within 3 years. They get, the salary which is much more than the teachers who have taught them. So that all is good, and we feel happy for them.
Very nice, and that's having a very great heart. At the end, teachers always feel happy for their students, wherever they are placed. So, sir, basically, students, when they learn and go outside, do they remember their college?
Yes. In fact, just now we saw when we met the student which we met, he is a 2012 batch students. Just on Saturday, they were students of 2000, the very first batch, 2001 to 4. They had come to the college.
Nice.
And they feel relatable. They see what changes have happened, and they contribute a lot to the new generation, new students. That how the college life has changed over the years. They keep on interacting, and they remember. They do come back and meet us.
That's
and it's very nice. We also feel very nice meeting our old students and I mean,
that's really sweet, sir. So, sir, 30 years of experience is too much. You have actually seen the exact transition of IT happening.
Yes.
Because 30 years before means it is in 1990s, I should say, you started your career with. In the 90s, what computer was. Today, the same place AI has taken. Correct? So, AI has replaced many jobs, or it is taking away many jobs. This is the kind of phobia that is happening in the market. People are very much scared that what will happen in the next 10 years, we are not aware. So what would you like to say on this?
Such disruptions are always there. When computer first came, people felt, oh, now computer will do the job, we will lose our jobs. But then it is not like that. Computer is aided to do job in a much better way. A lot of monotonous things have been put on the to computer has become much simpler. And same thing is happening with AI. AI is everywhere. Initially IT we used to say is everywhere. Now AI, we have AI in banking, AI in insurance, everywhere. Even in these doctors, they do operation with robotics where a lot of AI is involved. So everywhere AI is going to be there, and we have to master that. And we have to see how we can make our life easy by using AI and doing our job much faster. So AI will not take away jobs. It will aid a lot of jobs, and people have to get to it. Now recently we hear a lot of things about this chat GPT, and everything is becoming so fast and so easy. So it is there, and we can use it for in our favor. How we can use that we have to realize that we have to use it. Technology is going to have disruptions all the time. Banking is going to be disrupted by blockchain. Things will happen.
As sir said, AI is not going to take away jobs. It is going to replace. It is going to create new jobs.
Yes, certainly.
Now, old jobs, just like as I mentioned before, in the 90s when computer came in, people did not appreciate it in that way. You know, it was like it will take away jobs. Everything was manual, but slowly, steadily we got automated, and now currently we are in the AI generation. But sir, AI, as many people do not know this thing, AI is not a thing which has been developed right now. Even in the Second World War had introduced some devices which would support AI. So why did it take such a long time for AI to be introduced, and now in the last 5 to 6 years I should say that it is so aggressive? What is the difference, sir? Why?
Yes, a lot of advances took place. In fact, in between it has gone down also, that it did not work, it may not work. But suddenly new tools came up, all the companies, the giants are working, Microsoft, Google, AWS, all are working towards AI, and they have developed tremendous things have been developed in AI. And now we are seeing the results. Even in typing, when we type a mail, just you write some few words and automatically the new things keep on coming.
Yeah, now Google has also introduced
everyone, all mails, Google, in Microsoft Word, Grammarly is there, we see everything is based on AI. So I think a lot of development has taken place, and it is of course for good of mankind. It depends how we use it, what we are going to do this, and we will use it, I'm sure. That way people thought about computers, same way AI is going to be everywhere, and we'll start using it. In fact, many have started using also, as I said.
Many people and many companies have been using it, and it is a saying now in the market that if you are not using AI, then maybe soon you will be out of the market.
Exactly. Same thing happened when people did not have website. Oh, you don't have website, you will not be in market. Then came apps, mobile apps. And now it is all AI. Everything has to be there. A lot of things happen with AI. AI is everywhere.
So the technology is very aggressively changing. So my point is, sir, if the technology is changing so aggressively, the books or the syllabus, are they changing with the same speed?
Yes, of course. You know, every 5 years we start changing. In fact, we just changed first year syllabus last year. Again, now new education policy is coming. NEP National Education Policy 2020. So, universities of course implementing next year, but all the autonomous colleges are implementing this year. So, a lot of changes are taking place, and most of the big colleges are now autonomous. And even at university level also, we keep on changing syllabus every 5 years. And especially of IT. We need to change, and it is required. Yes.
Because after this interview itself, when we started until the time we end this interview, in this 30 minutes, there will be a new technology coming
Exactly.
It's that fast. So basically, there are students or parents have this mentality in their mind. Everyone wants to be successful. In this AI generation era, how can a parent or a student choose a career that can be smooth and also that can make them successful? What kind of careers should they choose?
Yes, this is a very good question. You know, careers is always one thing which when a student passes 10th and 12th, Initially, when they are in school, everyone wants to become a pilot because they were fascinated with the aeroplanes. Soon after that, 10th, 12th, when they pass, see, they have to first find out themselves that what is their own interest. Every field has people, you will find successful people in every field, whether it is art, science, commerce. And now with this new national education policy, they want to dim the line. It is going to be multidisciplinary education.
Right.
So whichever field they choose, they will be successful in that because they will be interested in that. Okay. And when technology is coming, every field there is technology. Everywhere you see Python, for example, is a language which is used in mathematics, chemistry, biology, arts. Everywhere there are packages which are being developed in everywhere. They are using the packages developed for their own field. Okay. So they need to first find out, there is no reason nowadays, oh, that my father was doctor, so I have to become a doctor, my father was engineer. Those days are gone now. Okay. Students should know and they should find out, and they are quite clever these days when you find, at least in metro cities and all, and even in rural places also, many of them, they know what they want to achieve. If their father is someone doing agriculture, farmer, they also want to do the same thing. They find out what is new technology. Correct. And they can use it in farming.
Yes, and agri-tech is a growing field.
Very much growing field. Everywhere technology is there.
Exactly.
And AI is going to be in all fields. Not a single field where it will not do. So to choose a career, even parents, when they know their children for so many years, they should find out and they should, encourage them to take up the fields. Now it is not like previously that only doctors, engineers or CAs make money. At the end they want to make money, and if they are interested, they will put their heart and soul in that.
Correct.
And they will be successful in that.
Correct.
So that pressure should be minimized and they should be allowed to choose. Maybe sometimes it happens that person fails. Doesn't matter. It is a learning process.
Correct.
Yes. In fact, we also have so many students, who take IT because of so much of pressure. And after completing 2 years, recently the student has now gone to BMM. Mass media, M.Sc, yeah. Right. Because I saw him for 2 years, I said, that is a perfect course for you. You are interested in dramatics and this dancing and all, take up M.Sc. So they took like that, it happens. So last year also we told, but people, their parents pressure also, that no, you must do this. But finally they give up, that no, I am not able to do.
Correct. We have some interns at our company also. Parents are saying that the child should learn Java, and the child is saying, no, I'm not interested in Java, I want to do something else.
Yes, exactly.
But no, you have to learn Java, because maybe they are influenced by their colleagues and their peers. And I'm speaking about my child has studied this, your child should study this, there is a scope in the market. So basically what is happening right now, technology is changing. On this is, as you mentioned, about the multidisciplinary approach.
Yes.
Multidisciplinary approach, if you can shed some light on that.
Yes. Presently, what is it, that IT course, for example, they learn programming, they are masters of programs, but what program they will develop if they don't have that domain knowledge? So we have these programs where they will learn accountancy, so they know, for example, tally package, how it works. If they have to develop something like that, they need to know accountancy. Lot of modeling happens in economics. Economic modeling they need to learn. So now we give them some domain knowledge also. So with multidisciplinary, say for example, they will learn accountancy, economics, management and IT with that. So when they want to, with finance for example, lot of finance. So they will do all these things, and then because they are from IT background, they know how to develop programs. So with their domain knowledge, they will be very successful in whichever they will decide their own domain. Insurance, banking, fintech, wherever.
Correct. The market demands about an entrepreneurial mindset.
Yes.
And the NEP2020 is somewhere preparing the student to go towards that.
Yes.
Okay, that's really nice, sir. So about NEP2020, as even in our previous podcast, our guest, Dr. Shri Ramanujam, she mentioned about NEP being implemented.
Yes.
So what is your say on that, sir? Means how it is being implemented, and how much time would that take exactly to be implemented totally?
Totally now we are starting with first year this year. So generally they have converted all this undergraduate courses into 4-year program. So in 4 years, and then masters also being implemented. So within 4 years it will be completed.
Wow.
In 4 years everything will be fully NEP.
Fully NEP.
Yes.
In the next 4 years.
Next
4 years, the people who are taking admissions right now, you have to understand NEP, you have to understand what benefits you can get, you have to understand multidisciplinary approach, because the careers are not going to be the same as it used to be before. Even the parents have to understand this, that the choice of the child is much important, because it's better to fail in doing something which you like, rather than being pseudo successful and not being happy in something you don't like.
Yes, certainly. Very true.
Right, sir. So my one important thing which is hitting my mind right now is about cloud computing.
Yes.
Cloud is, as AI is important, without cloud nothing is possible.
Nothing is possible.
So if you can say something on that, sir.
How it is that everything is now towards the cloud. As we see these giants, Microsoft Azure, then we have Amazon AWS web services, then we have Google Cloud. Everything now, the whole things over the last few years has changed. Companies don't need to keep their engineers there, they don't need to worry about their machines. Everything is put to the data center and they use the services provided by the service providers. And when we talk about cloud, I would say that, we can't separate things. Nowadays, everything is converging together. We talk about, cloud, artificial intelligence, we talk about Internet of Things, we talk about security.
Correct.
Security is also very important when anything data is going to be away from us.
Exactly.
So people, and a lot of job scope everywhere in these things. So cloud has taken over. In fact, nowadays, we don't need to install. Earlier, we have to, install a lot of things on the machines in the college also. We just subscribe to cloud services and we can easily perform practicals on that. Otherwise, to install, for example, Hadoop, and Apache Spark, and Apache Kafka, it is a huge task to do that. So a lot of efforts go in that. Nowadays, things are readily available. You just connect and start doing the things there.
Correct.
On cloud.
So these are the specific things which you are pointing out.
Yeah.
So a person from IT field or a person from a non-IT field, even they can learn all these things, sir?
Yes. A lot of things. In fact, a lot of people you find these days coming from non-IT field, getting into IT, mechanical engineers, doctors, coming into IT field. And IT means it is all integrated. We can't say they've changed the field, but everything is integrated. So everyone comes somewhere or the other time, IT is there. So we have to get into that, we have to learn the things and use them.
Correct. So basically everything, whatever we are doing right now is connected to IT. The future will always be connected to IT, at least for the next maybe 50 or 100 years. We don't know if something new comes out of it.
It has become inseparable, like we used to have when we were young, that food, clothing and shelter is, necessity of life. Nowadays, food, clothing, shelter and internet. Without that, we are not going to stay. You can see, if you take someone's mobile phone, he becomes like handicapped. He can leave food, clothing, shelter, everything. Mobile is required. So things have changed and it is a part of life. Internet, and in fact, we also, everything is on the cloud. For example, wherever you go. So even if we don't have internet, we also feel my files are there, I can't access them. So everything is like part of life. Things have changed. And it's going to be, because we are now so used to that, we can't be without that. Nowadays, now people started doing electronic fasting by being away from electronic, but the next day also they will keep on seeing their mobile phones, everything. So that all things are there. It is part of life. It is our part.
From the talk which we had till now, I understood one thing, that there are 4 aspects which the career is revolving around. One is AI. Another is cyber security. Third is cloud. And the 4th is the entire technology, if we are talking about. Anything you do, you cannot be away from this. So every person, or even students from 11th standard, 12th standard, or even from school education, it is important for them to provide these basic details. So how should that be done? Would NEP play a role in this?
School level NEP is also being implemented. It may take some time, because there they will start with the first standard and all. So it may take around almost 10 years for that to be implemented. And it will certainly come. And most of the schools are offering a lot of these things. AI, in fact Java, a lot of schools are teaching already. In CBSE, ICSE, IB, they learn that. SSC also, they learn some part of computers right from 5th standard. Yes, so everyone is getting into it and they know. In fact, small children also nowadays know how to use mobile phone. A 3-year-old would see the father sleeping, he would go and he knows that fingerprint is to be attached. He will go and open the mobile and start browsing all the YouTube and play games, everything.
I'm sure many people now have nodded their head after watching.
That is true. Everything is like happening.
So this smartness with the students, with the early generation people have come up, and also the generation is very smart. They take up things. So, but what about marks? There is one fear about everything. marks. Everywhere they require marks. Even the M.Sc students or B.Sc student, they are behind marks so much that they are not creating something.
Exactly. No, that always is there. You know, that is why this again in NEP the evaluation pattern is going to change a lot. There can be open book tests, everything. So where they have to apply their mind. In fact, I would say that open book test is much more difficult than a closed book test.
I agree that.
The open book test, you will not be able to find the answer itself.
Exactly, because you have by-hearted some answers and it's easy to write those answers.
And in question paper there is a thing, you have to apply your mind. You open 10 books, but you will not be able to do that. So whole pattern is going to change. Right. And of course, you know, we had this choice-based credit system. Truly speaking, actually no one gave proper choice also. It isn't still, and we have credit system. But still everything is related to marks.
Correct.
And students also understand presently marks. But you have to understand we have to earn credits. Marks is, you know, just one aspect. In fact, it is not that a person getting 90% is always a scholar, as you rightly said, that they mug up the things and they write it. Getting knowledge and doing things is a better thing. But yes, I know companies also first 60%, first class you have to have. There has to be some way that doesn't happen. But with NEP and all these things will come up in 4 years, things will be settled.
Exactly. And
the people will get on-job trainings. So when they do that, companies will know what the person's potential is.
Right.
So all those things will help. You know, presently we have this industry also. I understand industry people are very busy. And to provide mass internship is a big challenge. You know, like in Mumbai University itself, there are 800 plus colleges. The number of students is 8 lakhs. To provide internship to 8 lakh students is a big task, huge task. But that does not mean okay, but we still have to try from our side what best can be done. If people, and now with this online working, the industry can provide online internships also. They can give some task to group of students and they should complete it.
Right.
Yeah, so all these things, you know, we are in talks also. We will also approach industry that let us get into these things. Let us get online internship. Let students know what industry is. So that will help a lot.
Correct. Yes. Correct. Even the corporate need to change somewhere.
Yes.
The corporate, the mentality of the people, if they change, automatically NEP, the reason the NEP has been created, then we can see actual result happening there.
Exactly.
So you have an experience in working as an industrial expert also, as I see from your profile that you were a vice president at an IT company. So sir, what was your experience over there? How would you hire interns, or would you provide on-job trainings? What was the...
Yeah, there were on-job training also, there were employees also. And of course, that time, you know, people used to jump very fast. So here also what, you know, whenever we in company, when they used to do, of course, programming, they would know. But we also need people who could, you know, have good writing skills. Because when people change, what he has done should be there on the document. The new person taking over won't know exactly with the program what is happening. So the documentation is integral part. So, you know, we train, in fact, in NEP also, and before that also, we have this technical writing, how to write project reports. So, all those things we need to talk, they need good communication skills also. Right. So, this is overall aspect that students are expected. Even in industry, when we need communication is very important.
Correct.
Though programmers don't have to communicate with clients directly at times, but internal communication is important. So, that was there, and then of course turnover was always there. Because what happens, there is a 20%, 30%, 50% hike, people keep on changing roundabout. That happens today also.
Right.
So that is going to be there.
Right. So as you rightly mentioned in our conversation before, that open book test would be given to the students in the coming time. Is this open book test somewhere leading the students towards research? A mentality towards research to find the solution.
Yes, exactly. One is research and one is to understand the concept. If they have conceptual understanding, then there is no need to mug things. You write. You know what it is. In fact, a person will not need any book if he has known the concepts. If you have done some research on the topics what he has done, he will not need any book to write any paper. Even if the open book is there, why I need book? I know what it is. So they will be able to do that, and that is the whole idea. In India, we don't have so many patents being registered, you know, because as you said, research. So we want, in fact, we fought case with US. They were going to do patenting of turmeric, haldi as medicine.
Right. It was in the news.
And basmati rice, which are all Indian. So we had to fight for that. We don't know. In fact, in India, people have a lot of minds of research. A small mobile shop will repair iPhone also. Because he knows the jugaad, how to get it repaired.
Right.
So that is what? That is research. He has known how to do that repair.
Right.
If we go to Apple shop, they will charge huge amount.
Right.
Whereas in small shops on the roadside, we can get it repaired easily.
Right.
What is that? That is research.
Exactly.
So we have to get that. What is the alternate way to do that? We should do patenting. Let world know that we have such a huge population, such huge minds, and we need to get those things done. So research is one aspect under NEP, and everyone has to. Research has not been invention. I don't know, people confuse. Research means I have to invent something new. No, invention is very different. Whatever is there, how we can do it in different way, in a cheaper way, in a better way. That is what is research, and that is what is expected from the students, and they should apply their mind. What is happening these days, students also, and especially after Corona, they have changed their mindset. Now, of course, it will change again. But the batches after Corona had a lot of, in fact, the results which came had was much lower. Even of TY, BCom also result recently came. So that things have affected. Yes, I understand. But when we have learned for almost 13.5 years, in 1.5 years, we can't forget.
We can't forget that.
We can't forget that.
That means the base was somewhere weak.
No, it is easy to adopt such easy things.
Easy things.
So we forget that, okay, we had done work 13.5 years so fast, but things will change. And in fact, we have a lot of students here, and Indian students, they work very hard. Even abroad, we see they are highly successful. So we need to apply that mind. In India, research has taken back seat.
Right.
There is not so much promotion. And again, industry comes into picture for that. That there is no much, encouragement for research.
Correct.
Not much huge amount and budget is set for research.
Research.
But that will help, it will come. And slowly when students start showing their things,
Correct.
as a lot of startups came up when the new policies were announced, a lot of people did startup. Even though say 30% must have failed, but 70% have succeeded. And that is a big success.
Correct.
Yes, they are getting projects.
Correct.
They are recruiting people.
Correct. Correct.
And in fact, when students get recruited in a multinational, they have a very monotonous job. They have to do one thing.
Exactly.
If it is in startup, they have to do a lot of things, so they learn much more.
Perfect, sir.
They learn much more.
Perfect, perfect. Yeah. You have multi-dimensional things to achieve.
Yes.
And there you have a monotonous thing.
You do one thing, that's all. And such a huge, big thing, you are lost. Means no one is, you do.
Instead of being a small player in a big game, be a big player in a small game.
Yes.
So you can learn many things over there.
So that will help students, when they do startups.
Correct.
We are also promoting a lot of people with startup. We have a EDP cell, and all the colleges must be having that. Incubation centers. UGC is promoting incubation centers where research take place.
Correct. UGC is really working very hard, and even all the departments under even Dr. R.D. Kulkarni sir, the recent our Vice Chancellor, he is with all of you.
He is from ICT, and he always promotes research. He has done so much of research. It is
correct. So sir, from school, if we start this thing, as we mentioned, if we start this thing, what about the teacher's mentality? Teachers always are saying, whatever I am saying, maximum teacher, I am not talking about everyone, even I am a teacher, you are a teacher, that whatever I am saying, you have to listen to that, don't use your mind. This is a quote which every student might have heard.
No, but that has to change, because teachers are now facilitators, because everything is available online, lot of things, resources are available. So it's that even teachers at whatever age, we also keep on learning from students also. Lot of things they bring to us, because there is so much in the world that everything we can't know. So we have to learn, and we have to change that mentality of that, no, I am great and I know everything. No, it's not now. These days, everyone knows everything. So that mentality, and school is a place. In fact, 5 to 15 is the age where they learn things, they think a lot, and they can be molded. After 15, 16, what happens? They feel, oh, I know everything. So then it is difficult to mold. Then you have to unlearn and then make them relearn a lot of things. So that some mentality has to change.
So teachers, correct sir. So teachers have to play the role of a facilitator.
Information is available everywhere. You go and Google or books, and so much material is available everywhere. So students know, and sometimes they want to test their teachers, so they come, they learn and come. And then we need not say, everyone learns. We have to be lifelong learners. We learn a lot of things from our students. So many things are there in the world. A single person cannot know everything. So we have to understand that, and we have to promote. Let students think. Let them think in their own way. Let them think differently. And if we promote that, yes, we will have a different aspect. We will see different type of students, what they are going to do, what they will present. And from childhood, that should be there, you know, how and what they think. They have their different ideas. Small children have a lot of questions. So if we promote them, let them ask questions, we answer them, and then sometimes we tell them, because now even small children go to websites and find out the solution. So we can tell them, you find out why it is like that.
Why it is.
And when they do, yes, then they know the reason also.
Correct.
And they can do good reasoning.
Correct.
So we have to understand as teachers that we need not be that old type of with a stick, yes, do this way, do no. Things have changed. We have to see, and we have to help students to learn, to have their, listen to their ideas also. So that helps a lot.
Right. Rightly said, sir. I feel that, sir, we require one more hour. The kind of knowledge you have, the kind of insights you are providing to the audience, I am sure that even the audience is feeling that this should go on. But due to time constraint, we need to stop here. Thank you so much, sir, for the wonderful opportunity that you have given us. And maybe very soon we'll meet you again on a new topic. I would request everyone out there to understand that we as a teacher or even as a parent, we cannot be strict always. We need to play the role of a facilitator. We need to be a friend of the learner. Technology is changing. Students, learners are changing. Their mindsets are fast, grasping. We have to be in sync with them. So love your kids, love your students as you do, and also love our channel. Subscribe to our channel, support us, comment on the videos, and please share this valuable content with your near and dear ones. Thank you. Have a great life. Jai Hind.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.